because this is how we met, and we thought, by golly, we should live together.
We should live together.
Where should we live?
There's only one place to live that a famous toe doctor and a famous barber detective should live.
And where was that?
Baker Street.
Baker Street? Could we get in? The rents are amazingly expensive.
They are, but there's two of us, and on my doctor's wages we could afford it.
So away we went to Mrs. Hudson.
Why?
Because she was the name in the paper with the ad, remember?
Oh yes, that's how we found it. We are great detectives. We found the ad in the paper.
We wanted to know where we wanted to live.
And so we talked. We decided on
Baker Street. So we went to the newspaper, for then it was only newspapers. There was no internet or www.
Isn't it interesting how the abrasion.
We'll forget about that bit.
Yes, let's forget about that bit. Anyway, we didn't have WWWs. We just had newspapers.
For those of you young people out there who don't know what a newspaper is, it's a large flat piece of paper with writing on it, and people in the olden days gained information from it. And this was all before pictures, too. It was just a big flat piece with lots of writing.
And one of the writings said, I am Mrs. Hudson. I have a room in 221 Baker Street.
Which is now a bank.
Yes, it is.
And sheriffs from Texas write to this bank to ask them how to solve crimes.
They are fools.
They are indeed fools. But we lived there.
We moved in.
We did. And I had a violin, which I played.
Which I loved.
You did not.
I did not.
You broke it.
I did.
You smashed it with your feet.
I did. I have particularly good feet because I work in a foot hospital, and so they're very strong. And I broke your violin.
You did. And it took me ages to figure out who did it.
Even though there was only two of us in the room.
Yes. Well, I knew I didn't do it. So it must be someone. I looked around the room. I seen the violin eventually hanging from the wall, broken, with footmarks on it.
And you said?
Somebody stamped on it with their foot.
Ah, you're a genius.
So I looked at the footmark, I looked at the shoe, and I thought, this shoe comes from France.
It did.
Who has been to France recently?
No one.
No one. That's right. So it must have came by post.
By post.
So I went down to the post office and I said, who has ordered a French pair of shoes?
And what did they say?
Dr. Holmes.
Dun, dun, dun.
That, people, was part one. I am Sherlock.
And I am Holmes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.